Hi guys, welcome back to Demetra's Dishes. So today I'm going to teach you how to make yogurt at home, and I'm going to teach you regular yogurt and then Greek yogurt. They're both basically the same recipe. It's so economical and so cheap to make yogurt at home. All you need is milk and a few tablespoons of already made yogurt. So you can use, for your first batch, you can use yogurt. Buy some good yogurt from the store with live active cultures in it and use that. But after that, you can just keep reusing the yogurt that you make as a starter. All you need is a little bit of yogurt and milk. I like to use whole organic milk. It makes the yogurt very, very creamy and good. We're going to be making a half gallon of milk. So if you make a half gallon of milk, you'll get a half gallon of yogurt. That's how you know the measurements. So a half gallon is 8 cups, and I'm going to bring 8 cups of milk to a boil, okay? Just milk, that's all. All you need is milk and yogurt. It doesn't get simpler than that. And once you make yogurt at home, it's so much lighter and creamier, and it just tastes better than regular yogurt, regular plain yogurt. And there's a million things you can do with it. It's very healthy, and it's so cheap. There's no reason to buy yogurt. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to allow it to cool, and it's going to need to cool to between, if you have a thermometer, I don't have a kitchen thermometer, I check with my finger, clean finger, so you let it cool to about 110 to 115 degrees. So if you have a kitchen thermometer, use it. Once it comes to a boil, I'm just going to let it come to a boil, I'm going to turn the fire off, and then I'll check it, let it cool to 110 to 115 degrees. Or once it's cooled for about an hour, just stick your pinky in there, and it needs to feel warm, hotter than lukewarm, but not burning hot. If it's hot, it'll kill the active cultures in your yogurt, and then it just won't turn into yogurt. It'll be like spoiled milk in the morning. So you don't want that. You want to boil it, let it cool to 110 to 115 degrees, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so my milk came to a boil, and as you can see, I have a whisk in here because I continue to stir it so that way it doesn't burn on the bottom or anything like that, because that's just going to completely ruin the taste of your yogurt. So you want to make sure that you stay, where it's cooking, monitor it, and stir it, from time to time, and make sure that it's not burning on the bottom. So I can speed up the cooling process. What I did over here was I took a bowl that's bigger than my saucepan, and then I just filled it with ice and put my milk in the middle. I don't want it to cool too much. I still want it to be warm to the touch. So as soon as that happens, I'm going to take the milk out and we'll go on to the next step. I just want to, if you have a thermometer, once the temperature of the milk goes down to 115, take it out. It has to be between 110 to 115, and I'll tell you why as soon as we're ready for the next step. Okay, so when you use an ice bath like I showed you, it cools the milk very, very quickly. So make sure you stay around it. Probably in under 5 minutes, it'll be at the right temperature. And if it cools it too fast and you need to get away from it and the milk became cold again, you're going to have to reheat it again and do the whole thing. Not really bring it up to a boil, but bring it up to 110 to 115 degrees. So if you have a thermometer, it's perfect because you just check when it's at the right temperature. You go on to the next step. Otherwise, stick your pinky finger in, and it'll still feel fairly warm, not burning hot. You'll be able to keep it in for at least 10 seconds, and it won't burn your skin. That's how you know it's ready. So what we're going to do, I have some yogurt that I've already made because I always keep fresh homemade yogurt, ready in my fridge. We eat a lot of yogurt. We make smoothies. The kids like to eat it as a snack with, honey and nuts. So I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of my already prepared yogurt. That's going to be a starter. It's going to turn this milk into yogurt. I'm going to take some of the warm milk so I could thin out my yogurt. That way when I pour it in here, it'll blend really easy. There won't be chunks. That's it. I'm going to pour the yogurt and milk mixture in here. So now, this is ready to turn into yogurt. You could actually cover this pot and wait 8 to 10 hours and it'll be yogurt inside this pot, but I'm just going to put it in containers for easy storage. I have a glass jar here, and then I have some plastic reusable containers. Whatever you have is fine. So just pour it in to your containers carefully. Try not to lose most of it like I did. I just made a mess. Pour it in here. I'll clean that up after. I'll pour the rest into this plastic container right here. Let me clean this up and show you what's going to happen next. All right, so you're probably wondering why I have comforters out. These are actually these comforters are about 16 years old. When my son was born, I had this, and we used them with all the children, and now they're used for making yogurt. So I keep it on the side. I'm going to lay one comforter underneath this, and I'm going to cover these containers. I'm going to put them in my comforter. I'm going to wrap them up just like this, and you could use towels also. Clean towels will do just fine. Make a little bundle over here, and then I take the other blanket and I'm going to cover that up, cover it up one more time so we have a nice little cozy little thingamajig. Okay, so now I'm just going to leave this on the side, covered up. This is best if you do this, right before you go to bed, because you could leave it out 8 to 10 hours overnight is perfect, or if you do it in the morning, you could put it in the fridge at night. I'm going to leave this overnight, 8 to 10 hours, and then when I uncover it, it's going to have thickened up and it's going to have turned into yogurt. So after that, it's still going to be a bit loose, so you want it to set in the refrigerator. Just put it in your refrigerator and then take it out when you're ready to use it. I have some that has already been made, so then I'll show you how to make Greek yogurt with it. So I'm going to put this on the side and leave this, let this sort of ferment and turn into yogurt. And we'll use this, but I'll show you how to turn the already prepared yogurt into Greek yogurt next. All right, so we're going to pretend like, the yogurt was sitting out overnight, 8 to 10 hours, and then when you uncover it, it looks like this. Of course, it's going to be thinner than this. This has been in my refrigerator, and it's set more. It takes a while. This is nice and thick, but it's going to get even thicker when we're going to turn it into Greek yogurt. So basically, Greek yogurt is just strained yogurt. So what you need to make it, you need some already prepared yogurt that's just been made the way I showed you. Then you need a container that's bigger than the strainer that you're going to be using. I'm going to be using the strainer. A bandana or a clean kitchen towel will be fine too. And then you take your yogurt that's already prepared, and you put it in your strainer that's lined with a towel or a bandana or whatever. You put your yogurt in there. And then you put this in the fridge. Okay, I'm going to cover this just like that so nothing spills over it. And then I'm just going to take this whole stainless steel, what is this? What is it? A stainless steel bowl, that's what it is. Why do I forget my words? So you're going to take the stainless steel bowl with the strainer and the yogurt in there, and you're going to leave it in the fridge, and it's completely up to you. The longer you leave it in there, the whey and the extra moisture is going to drip down into this bowl, and it already started happening. Can you see that? See how it's dripping? That's called whey. So all the whey and is going to drip down to the bottom. And you could leave it in there to strain for 2 hours or 6 hours. The longer it strains, the thicker and thicker and thicker it's going to get. So play with it and, see how thick you like it. If it gets too thick, you could definitely take some of that whey, put it in there and stir it up and then put it back in your container. And that's it. That's how you make Greek yogurt. It is that simple. Greek yogurt is very, very rich and creamy. It's perfect for eating like that because it's like delicious, and you could eat it with some honey and nuts, or you could put it in smoothies. You can cook with it, and I even save the whey. I never throw the whey out. The water that gets left over on the bottom, I save it in a jar and I cook with it, or I put it in smoothies. It's full of nutrients and vitamins. So that's how you make Greek yogurt and regular yogurt. I hope you make it. It's very simple, and it saves you a lot of money, and it tastes way better than the store-bought one. Go on my website, get these recipes and more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.